much work does it take to be successful? You know, I get asked all the time, Spencer, you're a self-made multi-millionaire at 24 years old. How much work does it take to be successful in something? If you're starting a surplus fund business, how many cold calls does it take until you get success? The point is, how much work do you need to be successful in anything? I always find it very entertaining when people ask me this question because it's coming from the complete wrong mindset. The answer is, it doesn't matter. And you're probably wondering, well, of course it matters. Like, I want to know how much it takes. Because here's the thing. Let's say I give you an answer and I say it takes X amount, and it actually takes twice the amount of that because everybody's different. And you have all these expectations that once you hit this input, once you hit 400 cold calls with surplus funds, you will have success. If it was that simple, and it didn't happen for you because it took actually twice as long, then you would give up once you got past that number and you realized, oh, I'm still not successful yet. I guess I should quit because it's not going to work for me. The reality is the right mindset to have in life is it doesn't matter how much it takes because I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to do whatever it takes to be successful. Because the reality is the difference between success, massive success, and being average is about as big of a gap as you can possibly have. And so yes, the work is it's going to be work to get there. But the rewards are so exponentially greater than the amount of work that you have to put into it and the amount of rewards that a typical person receives in their life that it doesn't matter how much work it takes because you need to experience that in your life. I always give this example. The most amount that my net worth has grown in a 30-day period was $4.8 million, okay, in 30 days. And I share this because, you know, if you break that down, that's like 150 grand a day, 140,000 a day or so. Which is, you know, if someone were to make that in a year, that would be a very great income, right? I know people that make that in a month, and that's a very great income, right? But the reality is, if you make $140,000 a day for a month, 4 point whatever million that is, you start to realize that, like, money loses all meaning. People associate money with security. Oh, I can pay my rent, I can pay my mortgage, I can pay my car note, I can pay my kids' tuition, I can pay whatever it is. And then at the end of all those payments, I'm going to have this little bit of money left that I can put in the bank and I can save. But when you make 150 grand a day, there's no way you can spend all that money. And I'm already a pretty frugal guy. But even if I wasn't a pretty frugal guy, I mean, 150 grand a day, like to live on 150 grand a month would be hard, right? I mean, you got to understand the scope of money, right? And so you start to lose all sense and meaning of what money actually means. And because of that, it allows you to look at it differently, and it allows you to set up your life in a way to where money, I don't want to say is meaningless, but to where you have such an abundant amount of money that you couldn't fathom having a regular amount of money. The median income in America is $69,800. In LA County, nearby where I live, that's considered low income. The average American is overweight. To be frank, extremely overweight, like borderline obese. Does that make being obese okay? I say these things because oftentimes we compare ourselves to average. And we say, oh, well, I make a little bit above average. Okay, so you make 80 grand. That's not good. I just told you that there was a month where I made 150 a day. And I'm not saying that to flex or to demean you, but I'm saying that because you have to think bigger. So don't think about how much work does it take to accomplish something, right? Oh, how much work? That's what people that make 6 figures a year, that's what they think about. People that make 8 figures a year, they think about how big is this opportunity, right? How big can we grow this thing? I don't even consider the work. The work is an afterthought. Okay, cool. Well, we can grow it to 100 million a year. Okay, cool. Well, what do I need to do to accomplish that? I need to do X, Y, Z. Got it. Cool. Well, we can do that. I don't care how much work it is. We can do that. You can do that, right? People are designed to work. There's been this movement the last decade. As a society, there's been this push like against work, like, oh, the 4-hour work week. Like, quite frankly, that's bullshit. Human beings, we enjoy work. We enjoy work. And the only work you don't enjoy is stuff you don't like doing. But if you're building your own company, you should enjoy doing that. And you should enjoy working. Like, I work like 60 to 80 hours a week, and I don't even feel like it's work. Right? Now, sometimes I get tired and I take a day off, right? But for the most part, I'm working a lot because I love what I do. So it's not about how much work. I'm trying to get more work. I want to do more things. I run out of time. All right? So you got to flip your mindset, is my point in saying this. Is don't think about how much work it takes to accomplish something. Think the opposite. How big can I make this thing? And then the work will seem small in proportion. All right. If you had to put in, think about it this way. If you had to put in 5 years of hard work, 10 hours a day, 6 days a week, 60 hours a week for the next 5 years, but after that you made $20 million a year for the rest of your life, would that be worth it? I think so. Maybe you disagree, but I think so. If I was making $20 million a year the rest of my life, that'd be good. And I already can hear you guys saying, well, but nothing's guaranteed. Yeah, that's true. Nothing is guaranteed in life, except for the fact that if you do nothing, you will fail. That is 100% guaranteed. So really, what else are you going to do? You can either guarantee yourself failure or give yourself a shot at success. And the best way to do that is to think big. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.